reminder from our nation's capital where the Georgetown Hoyas are getting set to take on the Creighton Blue Jays next. College basketball on CBS Sports Network is presented by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. We've got doubleheader action on CBS Sports Network tonight, and it begins here in D.C. as the Hoyas get set to host the Creighton Blue Jays. Hey everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy along with Steve Lapis. Happy New Year and happy hoop season. The Creighton Blue Jays are 0-2 in the Big East. That tells you how good this conference is.
And this Creighton team has some great wins in the non-conference season. But when you play in the Big East, you play Villanova first, then you go to Marquette, you could be 0-2. But what Greg McDermott does not want to happen is them go 0-3. Georgetown, on the other hand, a little bit of a honeymoon period, if there is one in college basketball this year.
All right, let's talk about these Creighton Blue Jays. Baylor Shireman, the transfer, he has been outstanding this season.
Well, he's the leading scorer in the Big East. He had 7 threes in their last game against Marquette, one of the premier three-point shooters in the country, but he also averages 7.5 rebounds a game. He does a little bit of everything for the Blue Jays.
You talked about this being a honeymoon period for Georgetown. Well, it gets a little more difficult tonight because no Jaden Epps out with an ankle injury.
Yeah, that's a tough one because he's really been one of the best newcomers in the league. Third leading scorer, tremendous three-point shooter. Missing his firepower tonight against Creighton is going to be tough.
What kind of a burden does that put on Dontrez Styles?
Well, this kid hardly played at North Carolina. Now he's averaging 15 points a game, shooting 41% from three. And as Ed Cooley told us before the game, he is a high-level athlete. And Ed Cooley has seen and had plenty of high-level athletes.
He actually put him in the top 5 of guys he's had over the years. Creighton and Georgetown. Big East basketball on CBS Sports Network. The tip coming up next. About the 3, cut off though. Leaves it for Alexander, who got a step on Heath. He's caught underneath. His pass out to Ashworth. Shireman for 3, it's good, nothing but net.
No, this guy here is good as you're going to find in the nation, without a doubt, when it comes to making that time, keeping him in front.
They go down low to Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner hard off the glass, it's good. They want him to be more aggressive.
And what they did there was they got into transition. That was like a semi-transition. He went right to the box.
That has stepped up in his first half.
And so far, there haven't been any whistles.
There have not been any whistles.
And one thing about Creighton, they're number 1 in the nation, at least fouls per game.
Ashworth from the corner, steps to his left for 3. It's good. He splashes it home in front of the Georgetown bench.
And when you're that good a shooter,
You're right.
We used to see him left and right, Tom. I don't know if I've seen 4 charges this year.
They were so important when I was coaching middle school basketball.
Yeah.
I'd give out gift cards if anybody would have a charge.
Because now there's no such thing as a help defender taking a charge. They've given up 3 layups like that. Their defense in the half court has been good, but they've given up those 3. Brumbaugh and Bristol have had pretty good looks.
Ashworth looking for the screen, crosses over, goes to Kalkbrenner. Farabella. Yep. It could have been, but it turned out to be, that would be a really good horse shot if you're knocking somebody out. Point for Georgetown, and the Hoyas are within 2. Supreme Cook, the transfer from Fairfield, 3rd team all-MAC selection last year.
You know what's a bizarre stat, Tom, is that Creighton for the season only averaged 11 turnovers a game, but their opponents average 7 steals. So if they're 11 turnovers a game, 7 of them are steals.
That is amazing.
That is an amazing stat, because those are live ball turnovers that end up layups. And now you see their offensive rebound.
3rd turnover for Georgetown. Shireman from the corner, catch and release. Yep, he was wide open and cans it. And a timeout called by Ed Cooley.
They really stole that game against Butler the other day at home, and there's an out-of-bounds play. They just throw it right into Kalkbrenner. Can't get a better shot.
Alexander, cut off by Brumbaugh. Alexander from the logo outside for Kalkbrenner for 3. No good. And Shireman with the rebound and the easy putback. That was athletic.
It was 3 minutes and a half, but now they go man-to-man. So they showed zone and went man.
Alexander into the paint, got his man off his feet, caught Miller inside, and that's an easy shot for Miller with his left hand.
Yeah, Trey Alexander with a supreme look, but they haven't really gotten it to him, as you said, Tom.
Alexander, a little hesitation, a little shake and bake underneath, lost control. Ashworth, he got a quick first step and lays it in. That was too easy. Ashworth.
He probably should be coming out because if you get his fourth, he's done for a long time. Good move.
Count the bucket with great body control at the end for Shireman.
Shireman with a good cut there. And, you know, Styles has gotten beat by him a couple of times. That we saw in the first half, he got beat him for three. Now he beats him on the cut to the basket.
Shireman will go to the free throw line for Creighton's first free throw attempts of the night. And it's good. 35-28. One ball up top, looks in, nothing's there. Stolen away by Alexander. Alexander trying to go to length of the floor, gets contact off the glass, it's good. It's the largest lead of the night for the Blue Jays. They go to Miller in the corner. Miller gets some separation, some space, and the answer.
You cannot leave any...
That three is no good. It was a good look for Masood. Alexander heading to the basket, and he lays it in, goes right to the cup, and a timeout called by Ed Cooley from the floor. Alexander bounce pass to King, and a two-handed flush.
And one thing about King, he's a really good sub for Kalkbrenner, and he's going to be very good himself when Kalkbrenner's gone.
Three from Trout is too strong. Shireman with another rebound. Shireman trying to get a couple guys off their feet using his strong hand. No good. King with the offensive board.
Yeah, that's one that Mutombo has to get.
Alexander. Oh boy, beautiful finger roll. King with the board off the miss from Brumbaugh. And Shireman, that's really good basketball right there.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it really happy. That was really bad transition defense. They did not run back hard that time.
6:51. Green by Kalkbrenner. Feeds Kalkbrenner, who lays it in.
They do that so well.
Shot clock is at 8. Ashworth into the paint. Kicks it out for Alexander for three. Yes!
That'll do it.
That may be it. Yep. 73-67. 25 step. Ashworth still in there. King is able to lay it in. I'm not going to say that's a slam. It's 60, 15 seconds left. And Dotzler is going to dribble this one out. Greg McDermott's going to get to midcourt, wait for his buddy, Ed Cooley. Again, really close friends. Ed leaned on Greg last year when he was making the decision on what to do. And that'll do it. And Greg McDermott with the win tonight now moves into a tie with Raleigh Massimino on the Big East all-time wins list with 110. Shireman, well, he finishes with 18 points and 12 rebounds. First win of the year for Creighton in the Big East. They knock off the Georgetown Hoyas. We'll take a break and be back to DC. We got a lot more to get to, including an interview with Greg McDermott right after this.